This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Seattle. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Carson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Mike's 59. Watch a slack.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Check, 59. I got one.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
All day, just like that.
Here's Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
Myers' kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Gun. 36. 6 guys. Watch out. Here we go.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch the slant. Check. Crunch.
McCaffrey following the penalty. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And now running right through it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You're down on the scoreboard, and this is not what you want to see. 99 yards of field in front of you.
Yeah, and it just shows how important a good punter can be and how that person can really help out a team. Guarantee you his agent can be taking that video clip in on the next contract negotiation, don't you think?
On second down, McCaffrey. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easy.
Now a hit and a loose football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get...
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 57 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't doing nothing. Check.
After the run, Newton going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Newton on third down. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Play action. Now Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because
blitz coming, and down he goes. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Panthers. 58 yards. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 19 yards away, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
No.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Alert.
They go play action now. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 2nd down. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
This is McCaffrey. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep and curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster. I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a scent.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. But how does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of the team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They go play action with Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
For another Seahawks. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
56. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now it's Carson, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
56 to Mike.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
That's going to be a long day.
Wilson turns and gives to Procise. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They run for it with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it, because nowadays you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Gun. You got 3.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He may try and run for this. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 4. Watch the safety creep. Check 8.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Back to throw. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. to throw. Buying time to his left. That's caught. It's Jarius Wright. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Every time. Keep putting that ball in the grip. That's our ball.
First down and 10.
Ready? Going at it.
Mike 50. Check back, check back.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. First throw in overtime for Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense, and overtime to put him in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped. And I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your their body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The 29-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming after you. Reload.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watch the run. Dudes. Watch. One left.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is taken at the 23. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a run with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.